Hey guys, another day, another crazy story from my unedited fellow human. Valentine's Day was supposed to be simple. I wasn't asking for anything big. No expensive gifts. No fancy dinner. I just wanted time, effort, something that felt real. He told me he was busy that day. Said he had work. Said his schedule was crazy. Said we'd celebrate another time. I believed him. I even defended him when my friend said, "That's weird." I told him he's just stressed. That he's not the romantic type. That it doesn't matter what day we celebrate as long as we love each other. I trusted him. That night, I stayed home. I told myself it was fine. I watched movies. I tried not to feel disappointed when I saw couples posting flowers and dinner dates. Around 10 p.m., my phone buzzed. A message request. It was from a girl I didn't know. She sent a picture. It was him. Sitting across from her at a restaurant. There were candles on the table. Roses, the date stamp was that night. My heart didn't even break at first. It just went quiet. She sent another message. "Hi, I think we're dating the same guy." I stared at my screen for a long time. Like if I didn't reply, it wouldn't be real. But it was real. She told me they had been talking for 2 months. That he told her he was single. That he planned the dinner. That he bought her flowers. The same man who told me he was too busy. The same man who said Valentine's Day wasn't a big deal. I felt stupid. Not because he cheated, but because I ignored the signs. The late replies. The sudden nap excuses. The way he turned his phone away from me. The random mood changes. I knew something was off. I just didn't want to believe it. When I confronted him, he denied it at first. Said the picture was old. Said she was just a friend. Said she was crazy, until I sent him the screenshots. Then he changed. It didn't mean anything. It was just dinner. I was going to tell you. I was confused. Confused. That word hurt more than the cheating. Because I was never confused about him. I chose him every day. I stayed loyal. I made time. I defended him. And on the one day that's supposed to celebrate love, he chose someone else. What hurt the most wasn't even the other girl. It was realizing I wasn't enough for him, to be honest. I wasn't enough for him to choose me publicly. I wasn't enough for him to respect me. That night, I cried quietly. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just tears that kept falling while I stared at the ceiling. I kept replaying everything. Was I too boring? Was I too available? Did I love him too much? But the truth is, someone cheating doesn't mean you lacked something. It means they did. He didn't lack attention. He didn't lack love. He lacked loyalty. And that's not something I could fix. The next morning felt different. I felt empty but also clear. Valentine's Day showed me something I needed to see. If someone can lie to your face while planning flowers for someone else, that's not love. That's selfishness. I broke up with him that week. He tried to come back. Said he made a mistake. Said he was scared of commitment. Said he didn't want to lose me. But he already did, the moment he chose someone else. Valentine's Day used to be about love. Now it reminds me of something else. Sometimes the day meant for romance is the day the truth finally shows up. And even though it hurt, I'm glad I found out. Because I would rather be alone than celebrate love with someone who doesn't know what it means. The days after I found out felt strange. Not dramatic, not chaotic, just quiet. He kept texting. "Can we talk?" "I'm sorry." It didn't mean anything. "I love you." I used to wait for his messages. Now every notification from him made my stomach twist. I didn't reply right away. Not because I was playing games, but because I didn't even know what to say anymore. What do you say to someone who looked you in the eyes and lied? What do you say to someone who celebrated love with another girl while telling you he was busy? There's no argument strong enough to fix that. I started replaying our relationship in my head. The "I'm tired" texts, the random fights that made no sense, the way he'd disappear for hours. It all made sense now. And that's what hurt. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't overthinking. I wasn't too sensitive. My gut knew. I just kept silencing it because I didn't want to lose him. It's crazy how we ignore red flags when we're in love. We call them misunderstandings. We call them phases. We call them stress. Anything but what they actually are. My friends were angry for me. They said, "You deserve better." They said, "He's trash." They said, "You're lucky you found out." But it didn't feel like luck. It felt like betrayal. It felt like I gave my loyalty to someone who didn't even value it. And what hurt the most? He kept saying it was a mistake. It's a series of choices. He chose to text her. He chose to flirt. He chose to plan the dinner. He chose to lie to me. He chose to sit at that table with candles and flowers. That's not confusion. That's intention. One night he showed up outside my house. He said he just wanted to talk face to face. I almost went out. A part of me still loved him. A part of me still wanted him to explain everything in a way that would somehow make it hurt less. But deep down, I knew no explanation would change what he did. He didn't cheat because I wasn't enough. He cheated because he thought he could. Because he thought I wouldn't find out. Because he thought I'd forgive him. And maybe the old me would have. But something changed after Valentine's Day. I stopped seeing him as the guy I loved. I started seeing him as the guy who chose someone else when he had me, and that image doesn't fade easily. Healing wasn't fast. Some days I missed him. Not the cheating version. The version I thought he was. The one who made me laugh. The one who held my hand. The one who said he wanted a future with me. But that version wasn't real, or at least not fully. Because someone who truly loves you doesn't risk losing you for temporary attention. I learned something painful but important. Love without respect isn't love, and loyalty isn't something you beg for. Valentine's Day will probably always sting a little, but not because I lost him, because I lost the illusion. And sometimes losing the illusion hurts more than losing the person. But I'm starting to see something clearly now. If he could cheat on the day meant to celebrate love, he would have cheated any other day too. Valentine's Day didn't ruin my relationship. It exposed it. And maybe that's what I needed. Because I would rather cry over the truth than smile inside a lie. It's been a few weeks now. The crying isn't as heavy. It still comes sometimes and randomly. When I pass by that restaurant. When I see couples holding hands. When February shows up on the calendar. But it doesn't break me the way it did that night. What surprised me the most wasn't the cheating. It was how quickly he tried to move on. Like nothing happened. Like I was replaceable. That hurt my ego. I won't lie. I kept asking myself, was I that easy to lose? Did I even matter? But the more I thought about it, the more I realized something. People who cheat don't move on fast because they didn't care. They move on fast because they don't know how to sit with guilt. They don't know how to be alone. They need distraction. And I refused to be someone's backup plan. For the first time, I stopped checking his social media. I stopped asking mutual friends about him. I stopped hoping he'd post something that showed he regretted everything. Because even if he did regret it, it wouldn't undo what he chose. I started focusing on small things. Fixing my sleep schedule. Going on walks. Spending more time with friends. Listening to music that didn't remind me of him. Healing isn't loud. It's quiet choices. It's choosing not to text back. It's choosing not to stalk. It's choosing peace even when your pride wants revenge. And slowly, I started seeing him differently. Not as the love of my life. Not as the one that got away. But as the lesson I needed. I used to think losing him was the worst thing that could happen. But staying with someone who could lie to my face? That would have been worse. I realized something about myself too. I loved deeply. I stayed loyal. I showed up. That wasn't weakness. That was strength. He didn't lose me because I wasn't enough. He lost me because he couldn't handle someone who was real. And one day someone will value that. This Valentine's Day hurt. It embarrassed me. It broke my trust. But it also forced me to see what I was tolerating. The bare minimum. The excuses. The late night doubts I kept ignoring. Sometimes heartbreak doesn't destroy you. It wakes you up. And now, when I think about him sitting at that candlelit table with someone else, I don't feel rage. I feel clarity. Because if someone can betray you on a day meant for love, they were never really yours to begin with. And this year, for the first time, I'm not waiting for someone to choose me on Valentine's Day. I'm choosing myself, and that feels better than flowers ever could. Wow, guys, this is so sad to read, imagine. Valentine's Day, a very special day, and then you will find out your other half is with another, not even good looking. Just kidding, guys. Well, if you're going through this right now, listen. Don't beg someone to stay loyal to you. Loyalty is basic. It's not something you should have to earn. Don't blame yourself for someone else's cheating. You could be perfect, and they would still cheat if that's who they are. Stop asking, what did I lack? Start asking, why did I accept less than I deserve? It's okay to miss them. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel embarrassed. But don't go back just because you feel lonely. Someone who cheats didn't just break your heart. They broke your trust. And trust is not easy to rebuild. Choose the pain of moving on over the pain of being disrespected again. Or one day you'll look back and realize losing them was protection, not punishment. And that's when you'll finally understand. You didn't lose someone who loved you. You lost someone who didn't know how to.